the new PlayStation Plus or the
Okay.
revamped.
You still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, good.
What's up? Yo, grand opening, grand closing. Aha! Yo, what's up, people? Yo, I love that. I love that musical score. Oh my god, that shit is fire. What's up, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? Let's get this adjusted. What's up? Miss you guys. We going live right here. We're gonna talk about it. We got some good stuff. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We are live, people. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're going to kick off. You saw the title change. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it. We're going to talk about it. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. But first, let me introduce the panel, the people that are here. I think more people are about to hop on. They're a little bit late. We'll see what's going on. But of course, we got the Messiah, Craig, top flight security of the world. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's happening? Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, ready to throw it on them and see what's gonna shake the tree and see what falls out.
You ready to bust cheeks?
Yeah, I just put it on Twitter. They're gonna be busting some cheeks tonight. Look, I've got Game Pass and we'll be getting this new service. So yeah.
So you'll be able to give a fair assessment.
Oh yeah. I'm using Game Pass now. That's how I'm playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition on PC.
All right, and of course, all right, and we got another return. He's already part of the family. He's always invited to the cookout. We got Project Cloud. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's up, man? There's nothing to talk about today in these streets, right?
Yeah, of course. We're in the streets talking about it. This is great. You know, great topic. You know, out of all days for it to come out, is that, you know what? Jim Ryan knew. He's like, you know what? Hold on. Yo, listen. He's like, wait a minute. Is 60 frames no lag on tonight? He goes, yeah. Drop this news. We gotta get this out to Puerto Rock. You know what I'm saying? How's everything with you, brother? How was your weekend?
Good, man. Still been a little bit lagging on gaming, but I should be getting back to that normal pretty shortly here. So, just things of life.
Yeah, this just a lot to play. There's just a lot.
I know.
But it's great, all right? But hey.
There's going to be a lot more to play soon.
Oh, man, yeah.
Sort of.
It's coming. All right. But hey, thanks for you showing up. As other people come through, people might just hop in the middle of it. We'll see where it's going. But we're going to kick it off to the show. We're going to kick it off. But first, let's go through the chat, right? We already got 100 viewers. I just want to say I truly appreciate everybody that showed up. Hit the like button, subscribe. Channel membership is open if you choose to. But what I do ask is for you guys to just come through, rock out with the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, come through with the chat, have the conversations. And who we got up in here? We got Anchor up in here, Tommy Bull, Spider Silva, J0, Danny Stab is up in here, The Unknown, very creative way of writing it. Who else we got? Sticks, the PlayStation hater, always capping for Xbox. Welcome back. James Williams. Who else we got? We got LD, Leech. We got the Lame up in here. We got, what is it, Weatherman? Man, we got a lot of creativity in these names. What is it? David Samir? Call me Bat Rock or Bat Pete Rock. Javon was good. The Advocate. Let's go. Vegan, VR King. The Ruham. Channel member. Let's get it. Jedi Johnny. Oh, my man's going to be out here doing Jedi mind tricks. All right, post up his little Rodney's son is here. Plus Ultra, that's Misi. Blanco 718. Yeah, I know you from New York. Fucking what? Benny Blanco from the Bronx. All right, we got DDP up in here. Gaming Night. You like my intro, Gaming Night? Is this your intro? That's your intro? We got AC up in here. Who else we got? Let me open this up right here. Okay, we got the brain, of course. Craig the tech guy, he's part. The X-Call, Planetary Federations of Unions. What's up? Oh man, Alan Richardson. You go. You know we got today. Who else we got? All right, who else we got? Jamal Bonaparte. Oh man, yeah, they heated Jamal. Yo, they stressing over this. I don't know why they stressing. We're going to talk about it. We got Christian Kumar. What's up? Live from Australia. The Outback. You know what I'm saying? Jazz is up in here. Bossy the Great. What up? He goes, no one understands me. Dog, I'm your only friend in these streets. I'm the only one that understands you. I got you. CTR2. You know what I'm saying? Used to live in NY now, but I'm in PR. In Puerto Rico. Usually it's the opposite. All right, and we got Immortal Black, T Harris. All right, we got the crew. We got over 100 people. Hit the like button. We're gonna kick it off. All right. Let me prep the media background right here, so that way we got this. Boom, right here. All right, everybody can see that. That's pretty much the quick glimpse of whatchamacallit, the pricing scheme for anybody to see it. But let me read. Let me pull this up. Real quick. PS blog. All right. Okay, here we go. All new PlayStation Plus launches in June with 700 plus games and more value than ever. All right. Since launching PS Plus in 2010, SIA has been at the forefront of innovation with game subscription services. We were thrilled to be the first console membership service that included a refreshed library of games through PlayStation Plus, and also launched the first console game streaming service with PlayStation Now. That is true. When PlayStation 3 came out with the PS Plus, it wasn't to pay for online. It was actually a subscription service where you get like free games. Remember that video game magazine? You guys know what I'm talking about? Core started with a Q.
I'd say they're for the players when they did that.
Yeah, but you remember? Yeah, I remember that. It had that show. They had a show called Core, like every month with it and all that stuff. So, and discounts. Right. But yeah, PS Plus started out as just, damn, yeah.
I don't remember that.
You know, yeah, and so PS Plus originated during the PS3 era, right?
Yeah, that I do remember.
Online was free, so but they added this subscription program where you subscribe like $60 a year, and they just give you games for free. Interviews, discounts, and all that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It wasn't until PlayStation 4 where they made it into a online fee. I remember that backlash too, or that one also. All right. Also launched the first console game streaming service with PlayStation Now. Today we are pleased to share with you official news about changes coming to our subscription services. This June we're bringing together PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, something I've been telling y'all. An all-new PlayStation Plus subscription service that provides more choice to customers across 3 membership tiers globally. Our focus is on providing high-quality, curated content with a diverse portfolio of games. Below is an overview of these 3 membership. So, right? So you see it on the screen that I'm showing you right now. All right. You see the PS Plus Essential is $99 per month, $9.99 per month, or $10. I'm gonna use whole numbers. $10 per month, or $60 per year. Now again, this is on US pricing. So you get 2 free games per month, access to cloud storage, discounts, and online play. So this is pretty much PSN Plus what you have right now. With the PS Plus Extra, it's $15 a month, $100 a year. Catalog of downloadable games, 400 plus, PS4 and PS5 game. So pretty much the extra $40 a year or the extra $5 a month, you know, is pretty much you get access to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, a library of PS4, PS5 games that's downloadable. And all those games are downloadable, right? But I'm just warning you, a lot of those...
It's basically PlayStation Now.
Yeah, it's PlayStation Now, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much PlayStation Now minus the PS3 and older games. That's all they did. They limited it to just 4 and 5. So that's really what they did. So it's like a limited PS Now. And then the PlayStation Plus Premium, which is the full gambit, is $18 a month, $120 per year. And you get, on top of the Plus Extra, you get also new PS1, PS2, PS3, PSP games in both downloadable and streaming format. The PS3 is streaming only. So it's really PlayStation 1 and 2 and PSP games are downloadable and streaming. I would think it's like a combination of two. And PlayStation 3 streaming only, and then also full game trials. So this is the plan. This is what they come up with. All right. Let's talk about how you guys feel about this specific strategy. Let's not talk about so much comparing it to Game Pass. We'll talk about that in a few. Let's talk about just this specific strategy. How do you feel about this specific strategy? We'll start with Craig. How do you feel about this specific strategy? Is this well thought out, or do you think Sony did this specifically for a reason? What are your thoughts?
Well, for me, my thoughts are this is exactly what they said they were going to do. So some of the leaks were correct about it being a tier service. So shout out to those cats that got the tier, the 2 to 3 tiers essentially correct. But I like this simply because it's exactly what they said they were going to do. There was all this other extra stuff being said, and this is not a competitor to Game Pass. That's been proven. I know we're not really talking about Game Pass in this segment, but I like this. Now, let me make this clear. Personally, this works good for me. Now, I'm only speaking for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. I've said this on my own podcast. Nobody, even your own mom and dad, can't really. You have to understand what your own values are in order to look at these tiers. I don't want to play PS3 games because the best PS3 games came over to PS4. The Uncharted, was it the collector's thing where it's all
Nathan Drake collection,
1, 2, and 3. And then The Last of Us, which, hell, it's so popular they're making a TV show, right? So those games came over for PS4 and, now for, PS5, you have The Last of Us Part 2. The PS Plus, because the way I was paying, and I've said this on my own podcast, Porter Rock and Project Cloud, I was paying separate for Plus and Now. So I was paying, and you said whole numbers. I was paying $20 a month. Now I'm only going to have to pay $14.99. And I get, according to this, 400 plus PS4 and PS5 games. Now, I'm not going to play all 400, and they're downloadable. So that, to me, for me personally, is the perfect tier. I think there's something here for everybody if you really look at it. And there's some people, if you don't like it, it's okay. You don't have to defend what you want to buy. You don't buy it. That's all I can really say about it. As far as the way I feel about it, was this broke when I was at work. So the MSNBC or CNBC had it first, and they had the pricing wrong. Then the PlayStation blog actually came out, and I was able to get to that. And it went down today, at least for me. I could not get on for about 30 minutes. But I think this is fine for what they said, exactly what they were going to do. I feel like when Black Widow said in Avengers Endgame, Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He eliminated half of life across the universe. And this is exactly what Sony said they were going to do. They would have something similar, but not the same. That's all I got on it.
Okay, good. All right. We got Halomoko said, I already have PS Plus and PS Now, so for me, I'll get either Plus Extra or Premium. It's going to be the same price. That's one thing I noticed, that the pricing is the same as if you were to just do it through now, so that's good. Project Cloud, what you think about this?
Yeah, I want to say, first of all, I think when Jason Schreier first posted the information about this, I think he was saying that basically there was, well, he didn't say it expressly, but if you read between the lines, it seemed like there was going to be an increase to the regular, what's now the PS Plus Essential tier. And I think it's really nice that they're still allowing that the current model where you can pay $60 for a year, that you still get that. So if they were to increase the price on that, I personally wouldn't have a problem with that. But I understand why there would probably be a lot of outrage if you're just charging more for the same service, So at least they had that still intact for everybody who's happy enough with the 2 free games, cloud storage, and just online play. That being said, to the other tiers, I think they're a really great offering, especially if you go with the yearly model. You get to save money actually for all of these models in comparison to just the monthly fee. Yeah. So for anybody who's a real real gamer is a loose term now, but the way I see it is, if you already get the $60 a year PS Plus Essential, which is that's what I do, it's just easier to you save money. It's one-time charge a year. It's just easier. That if you're going to choose any other option, it should be the yearly. And I think PlayStation expects that most of their customers are going to go with a yearly option. Mm-hmm. And I do think what they're offering here is quite nice. I mean, I think Craig made a great point about how the middle tier, especially if PS4 and PS5 games are really what you care about, that's probably the one to go with. I will say, though, that if the third tier, PS Plus Premium, if that eventually allows you to do PlayStation 3 downloads, which Hip Hop Gamer, definitely believes that's coming at some point, maybe even as soon as this year, we'll see. That would get me to get the third tier for sure, because there's a lot of number of PS3 games I just simply missed out on because I didn't own a PS3. So that would be awesome. And then plus full game trials. Not that I expect that I would use that, because I just would personally rather just buy a game, support the developer, even if I end up not really liking the gameplay or something. So I don't need the game trials, but hey, I'm sure there can be some gems in that PS1, PS2, heck, even PSP. I do Uncharted Golden Abyss if they had that. Maybe I will just get it for that. At least for 1 year. So that'd be cool. We'll see what what that list of games is going to be like.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I think in the past, I don't know if you were in the podcast. I know I mentioned, I think when we first discussed this, with the Jason Schreier article and stuff like that, I always said that, in my opinion, this was going to end up being just a rebranding of PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, nothing more. And it pretty much, and then as the article started coming out, I'm thinking, it's going to be a rebranding. I think Sony did this primarily because when you look at it, right, when you look at the optics of PS Now, right, picture this. You got a gamer, buys a PlayStation 5, they instantly know to subscribe to PS Plus. So they're going to pay the $60, or they're going to choose the monthly plan, however they want to do it. Preferably, it's always the annual, because it's cheaper, as you can tell. When you do the math, instead of paying month over month or quarter over quarter, paying that direct annual is much cheaper. But anyway, however they want to choose to pay for, right? But then that's pretty much it. Because PlayStation Now seemed like, at the time, something separate. So then you judged it separately, right? And you're thinking, okay, what's this about? And the first thing you hear is streaming. That's usually when because that's how PlayStation Now started. So right off the bat, people automatically turn it off. I'm not interested in that. They don't dive further and find out, about the downloadable games and all that stuff. Right. There's people to this day there's people right now who read this think that the downloadable games is the new thing for this new PlayStation Plus. They don't realize that you could already done that already.
It's already been there.
Yeah, but they thinking that's a new thing. That this service is providing something new. Oh, finally, we could download the games. No, bruh. Could have been done that, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they've been doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So a lot of people don't fully understand PS Now. But again, it wasn't well advertised. It didn't seem like it's part of PlayStation Plus or part of the ecosystem of PlayStation. It was even though it was called PlayStation Now, it was still separate.
You had to search for it a little bit. Yeah, you know what I mean, to find out.
Yeah, you got to be a hardcore PlayStation gamer to truly know about PS Now, and then decide to invest in it. But if you were just a casual or just a casual gamer, it wasn't really there, right? So what Sony did was just pretty much made it easier. Just rebranded it. Just call it PlayStation Plus, right? And then anybody who jumps on PlayStation and signs up for PlayStation Plus is going to pop out 3 things. And it's going to tell you, hey, what you want to do. You could do the Essential package. You could do this, what is it? What they call it?
Extra and Premium.
Yeah, an Extra and Premium. You understand what I'm saying? Pick your choose. And people understand that. People can understand just one basic concept, and then you just choose which tier and which level of stuff like that, right? And that's gonna attract more people. People are gonna be like, okay, so with this tier, I got this basic stuff, just online play and a free game, cool. This one, I also get to play PS4, PS5 games. This tier, I get to play all this. Nah, I'm not trying to play no PlayStation 2 one game. I'm gonna take the middle tier, or I don't even care about this. I just play Call of Duty, Madden, whatever. I'm gonna just play this tier. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just a fleshed out tier, taking something, unifying it. So that's, just unifying it and just make it simpler for the customer and stuff like that, right? That's all it is for me, and that's what I kind of predicted, because PS Now on its own just wasn't working. It was his own little entity, and it was his own entity for no reason. Tell you the truth, they should have just done it this way a long time ago. They feel like, I remember when PS Now first came out, I was like, this is stupid. Why didn't they just add it to PS Plus and made it like an extra feature? Just improve PS Plus. Why create this separate entity that you have to subscribe to when you're already subscribing to something? Like, now I have to have 2 subscriptions? Now I got 2 subscriptions on the same gaming platform. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, out of fairness, if I could bring up Xbox for a moment, I mean, they have basically Xbox Live and then Xbox Game Pass. So maybe PlayStation was just thinking we're going to do the same thing. But I don't know. For some reason, Microsoft has sort of been able to overcome that. And plus, they do have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate as well. So, but also just the branding, PlayStation Now versus PlayStation Plus. I think just a lot of people just simply didn't really know about PlayStation Now, to be honest with you.
That's true. It wasn't well advertised. All right. Let me grab somebody here. Hold on. Got a new guest up in here. Yo, JFK.
Yeah, what up, P-Rock?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me give you. There you go. So now I'll give you podcast guest right. So now you can just hop in anytime in here you want. What's going on, my brother? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new first-time guest up in here. JFK TV. Yo, my brother, shout yourself out. Let people know who you are, where you've been, and what you do, and what you're here for.
Yo, first and foremost, my name is JFK TV. Now, hold on. I was still playing out of YouTube. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, word up. Yeah, but I be playing games and shit, I like PlayStation games.
Wait, hold on. In this community, we don't play games. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We YouTube, man. We YouTube, right?
And Twitter. And I'm a catfish.
well, we can't have gamers up in here. Like, what are you doing? Nah, what's up? Go ahead.
Yo. Yeah, I just be playing games and I like to talk. Like, I fucks with it.
Okay, yo, the people know you doing YouTube? You a content creator? What's going on?
Not really. I be uploading some stuff to YouTube, but I'm mainly just here for the shit chat.
Okay, you're here for the conversations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So welcome aboard. Now I'm gonna tell you, today you are a guest. So today you're gonna get served properly. I'll get you the drink. You know what I'm saying? Would you like some snacks? I got you. But the next time you're on your own, bro. You walk yourself down to the fridge. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate it. So next time you ain't got to go in the general. You could go straight to here, into the live podcast. You come in whenever you want. No invitation needed. In fact, while you're in the fridge, get me a beer. All right?
All right, my hands is clean too.
That's good. I got the sanitize right there. Craig came out here and bought, re-upped on sanitizer. He stole it from
with it, Craig. Good looks.
He stole it from the hospital.
Yeah. 2 bottles.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay.
Them 16 ounces.
All right. So let me ask you something. All right. So what's your opinion? We're going to talk about the comparison here. So not so much comparison with Game Pass. Not yet. Just on the pure decision Sony went with this model. What do you think about it? How do you feel about this specific model in terms of Sony making a decision? Try not to compare it to Game Pass yet, because that's going to be the next conversation we're going to go through.
Got you. But yeah, I think they should have been merged now with Plus. Like, it only made sense to have them both as one service, but to have them teared off. Like, this is a no-brainer pretty much. They should have been did that.
Okay.
But I'm still lightweight disappointed that you can't download PS3 games.
Yeah,
because I still play PS3.
I know that's
I can't wait.
Yo, who would have thought the cell processor? Yo, that motherfucker, bro. To this day,
That's supposed to be the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the future. It's the future pain in the ass. That sell process be like, you thought it was. You thought you had something, didn't y'all, PlayStation dudes? Nah, you still need me. PlayStation 3 is going to be the only console people will still have to play and browse on.
Yeah. It was supposed to be the future, but it ended up being the Russell Wilson. Sierra chose different.
Yo, PlayStation 3 says, I'm the true console with true exclusives. Not even PlayStation 4 and 5 can play me. I'm the...
Remember that ridiculous commercial they had with a baby in it? I'm like, whose baby is this?
So when that baby start crying?
Oh, PlayStation 3, that era, man. Oh, my God. But, PlayStation 3 is like, I'm the only console with true exclusives. No one can play my games. No one.
Was like King Kong ain't got nothing on me, the cell processor.
You know what I'm saying? That cell processor, bro. Oh, my God. No wonder they say, yeah, we need to hire Mark Cerny. After that one, they got Mark Cerny quick. They're like, yo, we can't do this again.
We fucked up.
Yeah, Kutaragi, you need to retire, bro.
Sony and Lisa Su helped really create that.
Yeah, man.
They were instrumental in it. That's why they're still good friends to this day.
Yeah, I've
always said that's why the PS5 is the revenge of Lisa Su and Mark Cerny.
No, Lisa Su's paying reparations. All right? She owes us. All right? Sean Laney came in, he's like, you did this to us. This Frankenstein ass, you owe us. You owe us. And she's like, I'll give you RDNA 1.5. How's that? How's that as a reconciliation prize? All right. So JFK, so you think it always should have been, I kind of said the same thing, right?
Yeah, like right. You said it right before I came in.
Yeah. So yeah, it's true. It's kind of weird. Did you have PS Now?
I tried it. I had the 14-day trial in like 2014 or something like that. But I mean, it was cool, but it was like that, the input lag, I couldn't really get down with it.
I feel you. How about when they merged to downloadable? Did you try it again?
No, I didn't even try it out.
Man, bro, you like me. Like, nah.
Yeah, I'm a one-time pony.
Yeah, and bro, there was just too many games for me to worry about this old shit. I'm gonna be like, I ain't got stress this bullshit. I'm like,
I have an important question to ask Mr. JFK TV, and thanks for hopping on.
No doubt.
How you did say that you were kind of bummed out that you couldn't download PS3 games natively, right?
Yeah, now locally.
Yeah, that's cool. I understand that. There were a lot of popular games. You do know if you submit your trophy score to Sony, they might change their mind. So what's your trophy score?
Oh, let me check real quick.
Oh, he's trying to check your PSN ID. He's just Craig is slick. Craig's slick.
That's all good.
You submit your trophy score. Man, ain't nobody asking no goddamn trophy score from Sony.
I'm a 338.
There you go. There you go. That's a slick way of doing it. If you submit an application and father, Sony don't need no damn application. They know what he got. It's their shit.
They don't want Sony putting games on PC. You got to get your trophy scores up. I mean, that's what I was talking
about.
But
on the real, I do be sending Sony like a whole bunch of contact us or send little suggestions and shit. I always send them suggestions.
That's it. You gotta let them know.
And they don't read them because because the trophy score. I'm just kidding with you, bro.
I mean, thanks for hurting my feelings, Craig.
Nah. You passed the test.
Yeah,
you showed your credentials.
Trophies don't matter.
Now, if you would have came back like, yo, you're violating my constitutional rights, I would have been like,
oh yeah. That's my social security number.
I'd be like, yo, dog.
You can't have that.
You can't have that, man. You trying to dox me?
Hey, what is
You're violating my rights.
What's your favorite type of games or games to play, JFK TV? Do you have a certain genre you like to just wallow in, or do you play a little bit of everything?
I play a little bit of everything, but I mostly like action adventure games.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like that's my usual bread and butter.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I understand. Yeah,
my genre is greatness. That's the type of games. Those are the type of games I like to play. The great.
Yeah. It's a great genre.
Cool. All right, so we're going to the next topic. So I think we all gave our initial thoughts, how we felt about it, right? My only concern, and I said this from the start, was the pricing scheme. I was afraid they was going to take away the annual option. They didn't, right? And it's pretty much not more expensive. I mean, obviously, if you go with the monthly options, instead of just buying it straight out annual, you're gonna pay more month to month in total. But I would recommend you guys just buy it annually, especially from CD Keys, because I could imagine some of these prices that we see here. Like, for example, take the Essential, which is regular PS Plus, right? 50, 60 bucks a year. I never pay 60 bucks ever. That's to this day I haven't. Especially CD Keys. During the holidays, they sell that shit for 32 bucks, right? I buy like 3 or 4 of them and stack the shit. I think I'm good to like 2028, 2029. My shit expires. For real. It's shit because they stack. So I could imagine these other price plans, like let's say the PS Plus Extra for $9.99, they could sell that shit for like 69 bucks. And then the 120 premium one, you could potentially see sales for like 80 bucks for the whole year. So look out for that. Look out for them holiday deals. All these stuff could be actually cheaper than what Sony's MSRP advertisement. Just a guy. I'm just happy PS games ain't going to PC day one. Oh, snap. My man said just a guy. You gotta earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Okay. So we got that. So I think we're cool with it. I'm probably gonna stick with the Essential for the most part. But I'm glad the pricing scheme didn't change, and I think it's a great opportunity to see sales. Here's my next topic. Why is the Xbox community in pain over this? Right? They are really upset, and they feel it's like they're like downright saying, "Oh, this don't fly. How can Sony not choose, to go day and date?" Like that to me, there's a difference between saying, I see what Sony's doing. I think Game Pass is better, so I'm going to stick with Xbox and Game Pass. I get that. You're looking at 2 products, and you feel one is better than the other. But why the hell are they in pain, bro? Like, yo, they're really upset over this. We're going to start with the new guest, JFK. JFK, why are they like, I can understand you prefer Five Guys over In-N-Out. You know what I'm saying? You prefer Popeyes over KFC, whatever. But why are they in pain? Like, they're really in an uproar over this. Like, what the hell is going on?
That's what bots do. That's just what it is.
What's up with this, though? They
can't be happy because it's not Game Pass. They live and die by Game Pass.
Now, here's the thing.
It's kind of sad.
Is it because they don't buy games? And this is their way to be able to play all PlayStation games? Is that it? Like, they would play all these PlayStation games if they were able to get at a cheaper price or even for $1? Is that what it takes to get these dudes to play games? Like, what are we doing here? Like, why are they that upset? Listen, if they like Game Pass, they got it. They got Game Pass. Xbox is giving exactly what they want. That's their preferred platform. Quality of life, community, all that bullshit they be talking all day, every day, right? You're good.
Should be a win for them.
Yeah. So you're good. PlayStation's not providing it. Don't get a PS5 then. Oh, but you need to think of yourself. I am thinking of myself. I'm thinking of these bangers. That's Sony's making.
What about the consumer?
What the hell? Hey, Craig, what do you think about this?
Well, I didn't look at Twitter today. I was at work, so look, this look right there. It's those tiers. That second tier is 400 plus games. Whereas and I have Game Pass on PC. I don't want to hear nobody flapping their gums.
I got Game Pass on my Series X.
Is 100. Yeah. It may be 120 games. I'm not for sure. So, and it's give or take, they got more there. The PlayStation has more there. I guess they thought that I saw people in the chat saying that they're not doing day and date, and I said, well, yeah, they buried that dog a long time ago, I thought. But and those are your differences in the two services. Is that I keep hearing people talking about value, but if
PlayStation's got more value right now,
and you can tell me that's good value, but it's only good value if I want what they put in their day and date. So I don't buy the whole this is good value. I just think that I don't know why they can't be happy with what Microsoft is doing. They have their system. They go out and buy all these controllers. They gave them They gave them toy dolls. They gave them furry controllers. They're not happy with what Microsoft
nail
is
polish
doing for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Them ugly ass Halo boots. Them ugly ass Halo boots. Y'all see them shits?
Well, again,
Yeah, them futuristic cowboy joints.
Oh, no wonder they couldn't get Tim's. When Tim saw that, they're like, "What? We ain't making this shit. You better get your ass out of here." They're Tim. I could just imagine Microsoft going up to Timberland with that pitch. Hey, can you make these Halo boots? Timberland's like, "Are you dead ass? Them ugly shits? What are those? You better get your ass out of here."
I think the question you really need to ask yourselves is, why are they unhappy? I don't. They actually went out and stood in line and bought the damn console or consoles. Fine, you should be happy with what they're doing. If you're not, then take the damn console back. I said it about the PlayStation community. You didn't like them putting games on PC. They're not doing it day and date. They put a bunch of games that are owed on PC. If you're going to complain and circle jerk around and complain in a podcast, if you don't like it, speak with your wallet. Take the stuff back and like, hey, I don't like the direction they're going. But I just why they're crying, I don't know. I truly do believe they were pushing the whole day and date thing. Sony's not, based on the statement, isn't going to do that. But Jim Ryan, to be fair, did say things could change, but they're not sitting at that table yet, so to speak. So I think the right question to ask is, why are they so unhappy about what Microsoft is doing? That's, to me, is the question. They were talking about Tunic just a few weeks ago. They quit talking about it within 48 hours. They quit talking about it. They don't talk.
That's being generous.
No, they're the ones not talking about the stuff that's in Game Pass. They're not talking about Forza 5, except to say to compare it to I can't do. Shout out to Ash and Luke.
It got a 92.
Great imitation of an incel. She got the whole voice down. I can't do that. That cracked me up with that the other day. But that's what they sound like to me. If you're an unhappy customer, go take your shit back. Be a man. Just take it back. It's not. That's
what's up, yo?
Shit! Take it back. My steak's not cooked correctly. Take it back. I don't understand it at this point. I don't understand it, but I'm an old man, so hey, what does it matter?
Shit, my man, all day.
What up? What up?
You know what I'm saying? The Black Viking. He's up in here, chopping shit down.
Yeah, I didn't cut my beard yet, so I'm still here. What's up, man?
What's going on? Hey. So we gotta answer. I'm gonna ask you two questions so you could catch up. The first question, all right, not related to Game Pass, but just specifically Sony's decision on how to revamp PlayStation Now. What do you think about it? Without comparing it to Game Pass, that will be the next question. No, that will kind of. What do you think about this decision? How they did it?
I'm not surprised or excited because remember I told you this in 2017 when me and Jada had talked to one of the representatives from PlayStation Plus. And they said this was the future, but he just couldn't say that. So we already kind of knew this was going to happen. So it's not exciting to me, but I can see how other people are excited for it. But honestly, man, I'm gonna stick with that bottom tier, and
that basic. You know, we basic bitches over here. We team essential.
Stay bronze forever.
That's it. I'm stay paying $30.
So, you know,
my shit's staying at.
Honestly, I don't think it's in competition with Game Pass. I just think they're trying to consolidate their services. And are they doing a good job? We don't know. It's fresh. Let's see where they take it. But I'm okay with it. I'm just not excited for it. You know what I mean?
It's pretty much because, like I said, PS Now felt kind of like on its own.
Well, the thing that really bothers me now is like before this thing even dropped, the whole industry. Oh, Game Pass competitor. Game Pass. No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that.
No one said that.
You said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all said that. Y'all. So now every thumbnail, every article, PlayStation, the Game Pass competitor. Like, that's all you fucking hear now. And it's like, they never said that, but, you know, y'all let it rock.
Yo, okay.
All right. I like to push back on that slightly. So obviously I understand what you say, not a Game Pass competitor. If I can translate that, basically that means not day and date, with new.
Yes.
So I understand that, obviously. But that being said, I mean, make no, there should be no doubt that these are competing services. I mean,
yes, I will agree.
The PlayStation offers, and then Xbox has its separate, service with what they really want you to get is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Versus PlayStation would prefer you to get either the middle tier or the premium tier. Yeah, the PlayStation Plus once it launches in June. So again, I know you guys already know that, but I think it's worth
shout out to you all day.
What's up? What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? Go ahead.
You're abreast of Sony doing what 10 to 12 service games coming up. In the next 3 to 5 years.
Right.
Could you see? And this is not a gotcha question. Because I believe this. I said this a couple weeks ago on 60 Frames No Lag. Could you see some of those 10 to 12 service games possibly going day and date in the higher tier? Do you think that's something that Sony?
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. To me, I think that's kind of. I wouldn't see why not. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't see, but these are games that's completely outside of the normal realm. These are like new service games. Play, that's a possibility. I think I wouldn't rule it out. I'm not sure, but I see where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah, like the same thing that happened with Shadow Warrior 3.
Anime.
The only thing
like
weird.
Hold on, pause. That's a good point. That's a fucking good point.
They already did it.
Let me ask you this.
They already fucking did it, bro.
The only thing
that's a good point.
Yeah, they did. They did push out a word.
Hey, when I seen it on the PlayStation Store, I was like, wait, back up. Hold up. Shadow Warrior 3 just came out, and now it's on PlayStation Now.
Well, the reason why who would have bought it? You know how many people were like, oh shit, Shadow Warrior 3's out there. I'd be like, yo, how was part 2? And they're like, what? Blocked. Unsubscribed. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I can understand maybe niche games. That's like you ain't selling $1 million, dog. We all know. We could see a game and be like, yeah, that ain't selling $1 million.
That's Game Pass.
That's Game Pass. We know. We know Game Pass. We're like, yeah, that's Game Pass, right? But the live service one's a little bit conflicting because really, especially if they're trying to get a mass market of people, you really don't want to put your live service game and limit it. Unless you guys thinking that the live service games is kind of like the traditional sell it for $70, or you could play it day one on PS Premium. Then I could maybe understand that.
Right.
The ones that they sell. But I have a feeling there's going to... So, like, let's say Haven's new studio's new game. You could buy it or day one on PS Premium, whatever it's called, right? That's what it's called, Premium?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I can see that. But it's cool. But let me ask you this before I move on, because that would have been a good segue. That would have been a great segue. But I want to ask you this. Yo, all day. You in tune, right? We've been doing this since like 2016.
Facts.
We've been dealing with this bot community who, in my opinion, gets worse with every year. It seems like they're directly proportional to Xbox shittiness. As Xbox gets worse, these guys gets worse. Why are they so mad that Sony didn't announce D&D? I could understand they just be like, this is trash. I'm sticking with Game Pass. Game Pass is better. Cool, I get that.
I just think they want this just for the sake of Army. They want it directly comparable. Like they don't want any outskirts. They want it to be mirroring Xbox so they can put it in the same light. But that's even worse for them.
Why though? Why are they mad? If anything, they could talk that shit.
Let me get to that. Like I said in my post earlier. It's fine you guys have backwards compatibility. It's fine you have a better deal, right? I never complained about Blockbuster, right, when I was using it. But at the same time, you're just going to make it seem like, we're the high-quality games in this service thing.
I know. You say you have to make your own fun.
Yo, hey, you saw what Todd Howard said, right?
I remember. I thought of you.
I said that months ago.
Pause. When he said, we're going to make it so you make your own thing, and he said, hold up. All day he said that. He said they do nothing. They do nothing but make games where you have to do the work yourself. I'm like,
bro,
yo,
that's
this is
every
crazy.
game
Because he never said that with Fallout 4 or with Elder Scrolls. Never. So when he said that, yo, it was almost like you just busted in the room and be like, told you, bro.
Told you, yeah.
Bro, yo, when that's
You know
I'm on
why?
my phone, he goes, when you make, and you can have your own fun. And also, all day.
No, listen, the reason why is because that's how you keep people on the hook from the services, man. Like, think about it now. Look at Netflix, right? Like, I can't explain, like, I'm a big movie guy, big movie buff, bro. I watch series mostly now because I'm addicted. It keeps me on the hook longer. It keeps me subscribed longer.
That's true.
So, so that's the same thing that, don't be surprised if Phil's dream of having episodic games on Game Pass will come to fruition, because I'm pretty sure it will.
But not every game could be make your
I'm
own
gonna say
fun.
that.
Like, no, motherfucker, put in work. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, I want to play a good narrative. I want to play a good game. I'm going to play a game. I don't want to make the game, motherfucker. I go
I
develop.
don't want to mod it. I want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect the modders, but I'd rather play some shit than mod.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when Todd Howard was talking about Starfield, he was talking about, because you guys are basically talking about the dev diary that came
Yeah,
out.
the dev diary, yeah.
I mean, so the context is important, and that was basically like, we want you to create your own stories, not like modding. He's not talking about that. He's talking about when you just play the game and you go to the location that you want, that the experience of the game is, going to provide you great content as it is, as opposed to creating content. Yes, I'm sure there'll be modding stuff, because Bethesda typically does that, especially on the PC side. So, that'll be coming, but
Let me ask you this.
What he's actually.
So you mean like officially
What's the
role-playing
difference?
type?
Let's say this. What's the difference? What would be in the way he said? Because he said it like as if this is new. So we'll use Fallout 4 and we'll use Starfield. What's the difference? What would be the key difference? Like, because in Fallout 4, Oblivion, Skyrim,
He's about to be right back.
you could go different side quests, different storylines. Brotherhood of the Night, blah blah blah, Brotherhood of Steel, all this stuff, right? So what's different in Starfield for him to point that out and tell us directly, create your own fun or story, whatever? Like, what is he trying to say?
Okay, so I want to say, first of all, that Starfield is, even though they have these dev diaries, at the end of the day, this game there's really not a whole lot of true information about it as far as how the gameplay is going to really work out. We've yet to really see gameplay of this. We've yet to see really how the story is going to work. So I personally just have faith right now that it is going to be far more advanced and better in cinematic and storytelling based than they've ever done before. We'll see what it comes out. I'm really, really hopeful it's going to be, the game of the year, honestly. Okay. So, but at the same time, I mean, look, you have to look at their past work too, and Fallout 4 was the most recent single-player example that they gave us. So I don't really know anything about that series, to be honest with you. It doesn't particularly interest me.
What about Elder Scrolls?
That also in the same boat. I'm interested in Elder Scrolls 6, but
you never played Elder
Scrolls? No.
You never played any of the Elder Scrolls?
No.
You didn't play Skyrim?
No. Not Oblivion. Not Morrowind.
And you didn't play Fallout 3 or 4 or New Vegas?
Oh,
So how are you hyped about Starfield?
Epic sci-fi. That's why.
So do you not like the way Bethesda games play?
He doesn't know. He never played them.
I don't.
No time.
Yo, you may not. I'm gonna tell you. Oh
game
man,
like,
let me tell you something. Bethesda games, you either gonna hate it or you're gonna like it. I rarely met people in
it's
between.
real polarizing.
It's a polarizing experience. I love it, but I know people who hate it. I have never met a person that says, it's pretty cool." It's what you either like what they do or you don't like what you do. If I were you, I would play Fallout 4. If you like sci-fi, is the Fallout 4 is futuristic, right? Just play a little bit.
So
that's the Bethesda template. That's the Bethesda template.
Oh, I get that, but no, honestly, I would rather have my introduction to a Bethesda Game Studios title be with a new IP.
I feel that.
Have negative feelings
All right.
going into it.
Not true. Okay, give them. All right, yeah, all right.
They're going to get my best, attention at that.
All
So
right. We got John Baptiste. He said the reason that Xbox are mad is because they want to throw it back in our faces about the day and date. That's what it is. Yo, they thought they had us.
Oh, yeah.
They thought they had us. My man, Kobe J said they want validation, and that's the point I'm about to say.
And I just want to say this real quick before we move on. So back in 2018, when they announced Starfield, there were sort of some people that were at E3, and then they posted on YouTube kind of what they had heard, and they posted some clips of interviews with like Pete Hines and Todd Howard and how they were talking about the game, and basically said that his source from somebody in Bethesda said Starfield is the greatest leap in gaming ever. Again, it's a bold claim, but that was sort of my original, I'm super excited about this game, even though I'm not even an RPG guy, really, but I'm willing to see what it's going to be like.
Okay. All right. Hey, so they mentioned in the chat, my opinion, well, I kind of like that super chat. So let me read the other super chat. I did like that super chat that, Xbox fanboys don't have shit to talk to. But I think that's specifically the fanboys. They ain't got no ammunition in this war. You know what I'm saying? They were expecting resupplies. Microsoft's like, yeah, it ain't coming. You done, right? Shout out to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. He says, as a broke dude myself, I have no interest in any subscription live service. If you want quality, you got to pay for it. Don't get upset if you can't get Kobe beef on a Big Mac budget. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Crespin. He says, somebody need to tell these Xbox dudes to stop acting like they know what's best for the community when nobody asked them. My man Carlos is like, mine, you know what I'm saying? Keep PlayStation's name out your fucking mouth. That's why
I will.
Okay, I will.
Chris Rock is a funny dude.
Oh, he says the most.
He narrated his own demise.
Yo,
he was like, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
This guy's like, he literally smacked the shit out of me. Oh, shit. Yo, this dude. He said, keep PlayStation's name out your fucking mouth. So I believe for the fanboys, that's it. But for the whole community, I posted this on Twitter, right? You got three major first party, right? There's only three, right? It's Microsoft, Nintendo, PlayStation. That's it. Only one out of the three is doing this day and date subscription. The other two are not. But the crazy part is the other two, Sony and Nintendo, specifically PlayStation, right? They're making more money than Xbox.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. The crazy
That's
part
the
is
definition of irony.
Nintendo and PlayStation are more from the financial aspect. I know we could talk subjectively. I prefer this. Yeah, sure. The subjective, personal preference and value, sure. But when it comes to the money, at the end of the day, PlayStation and Nintendo's more successful than Xbox. And I know a lot of these community members, they pay attention to that shit. They pay attention to Microsoft stocks, all that shit. And they see that. They need one of those two. They need either Nintendo or PlayStation to jump on this day and date so that way Microsoft can be validated. Because as long as Microsoft is by themselves doing this, they will never get that respect of being the innovator or whatever. They need PlayStation to jump on so they can say, ha, we were right. Because they can't say that when 2 out of the 3 is like, nah, we're not doing that. And they make more money. They need that. And here's the thing. I don't know why they care about that validation. I personally don't know why. Like, as long as you got what you got and you enjoy it, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. All that other shit on what the company needs to actually do to make themselves look good, sure, that's whatever for conversations on podcasts. But in real life, it's on them to make themselves look good. It is what it is. As long as I get the games, right, that are banging to play, that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so if they want to push that argument, what I would actually argue in that fact is, what came first, Netflix or Xbox Game Pass? Again, I understand, games versus video, but Microsoft internally, and even the CEO, Satya Nadella, if I'm saying that right, has basically said, this is Netflix for games. So who actually gets the credit? If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, great. So let me do my segue into this. PlayStation's Jim Ryan, our games could suffer if they went straight into PS Plus. The platform holder's CEO discusses the potential for game subscription services. Let me skip the bullshit. So, blah, 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 blah. That's fluff. Let's see. Okay, this is a quote from Jim Ryan. He says, "We feel like we are in a good, virtuous cycle with the studios," explains PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan, "where the investment delivers success, which enables yet more investment, which delivers yet more success. We like that cycle, and we think our gamers like that cycle." He continues, "In terms of putting our own games into this service or any of our services upon their release, as you well know, this is not a road that we've gone down in the past. And it's not a road that we're going to go down with this new service. We feel if we were to do that with the games that we make at PlayStation Studios, that virtuous cycle will be broken. The level of investment that we need to make in our studios would not be possible. And we think the knock-on effect on the quality of the games that we make would not be something gamers want." Right? So, Sean Layden mentioned this, that putting games day and date is not profitable. They actually lose money on this. He said that it's a great system for catalog games that's been on the market, that's been on the shelf for a while, maybe a few indies, but the big blockbuster AAA games that they invest, they will lose money with the day and date strategy, right? All right. Does anyone here think that's bullshit, or do you think it's true? We'll start with this. All day, I haven't heard from you in a while. What do you think, All Day? You think that's bullshit, or do you think it's true? That like they'll end up losing money if they go this route. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Is he here? Man, this motherfucker.
He might be muted.
He muted. Yeah, he probably went back. Okay. So JFK, how about you? You let me know. What do you think? You think his statement? You think he's telling the truth?
I mean, it's been said by Phil Spencer that Gamepass isn't even profitable yet, right? He said it's sustainable, but it's not profitable.
That's true.
That just means that Microsoft can afford to lose money. That's what that means. Sony can't afford to lose money.
As if companies do business to be sustainable.
Yeah, like
apparently that's how business works.
You want profitability. So yeah, I think Jim Ryan, I think he hit the nail on the head with that. But at the same time, that's not to say that Game Pass will never be profitable in the future, or that if Sony chose to follow what Game Pass did, they won't be profitable. But as it stands now, that shit is not the move.
Yeah, they're not trying to lose money.
Yeah, games cost too much to make and develop and publish. That shit costs millions of dollars.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hundreds of millions sometimes. Yeah.
What you think? You think he's telling the truth, or is he Jim Lion Ryan?
No,
we believe in generations.
His statements are accurate. As far as because he's talking about, you have success with the game, meaning profitability. In some cases, vast profitability compared to the budget. And you invest that back into the business to make, more games. Sometimes games are even more expensive. And, especially as you go from generation to generation, they generally get more expensive. So, yeah, PlayStation, at least, I think they're more concerned about profitability in the short term and to medium term, as opposed to Microsoft is really long term. They want to get to the point where they have hundreds of millions of subscribers, but I think Jim even points out in his article that he doesn't really see the game industry as being comparable to how Netflix and Spotify, for example, work, because people just simply, due to the nature of games, you play less games than you watch, movies and TV and listen to music.
Yeah.
So and he even talks about there are live service games that in and of themselves, think of Fortnite. I mean, it basically is it's a free game, and it just keep adding more and more content. And obviously that's, successful because of microtransactions and dance moves and all this stuff. So
the dance moves.
I mean, you just simply, here's how I can see subscription gaming being really effective. And that's if developers change the length of their games. And if they were to focus more on things that aren't service-based, because if it's a service game, it makes more sense to just pay for that one game, or if it's a free-to-play, obviously in that case you don't need to pay for anything except the internet that you use to run it. So The only way I can really see subscription gaming really taking off is if you have like story-based games, whether that's single player or if it's something, cooperatively done, with high level of storytelling. And you have games that are shorter and they're just much more bite-sized. And personally, I would like to get to a place where the industry has that to offer, but not at the expense of the traditional games that we also get now. So I would like to see more diversity in how games can be presented and how easy it is to access them. But I think at the current rate, the way games are kind of made now, the AAA industry, it for the most part doesn't make a lot of sense to do what Microsoft is doing in some way. They just have a super long-term view of this, but something's going to have to give at some point, because $25 million after only since 2017 this was launched.
It's almost 5 years. It's about to be 5 years.
It's a good number, but it's simply nothing compared to what Disney Plus puts out every quarter. I mean, granted, two very different industries, but still.
To put this in perspective, right? Disney Plus, I think, came out in 2019.
Yeah.
And they're at, as of February,
November 2019. Yeah.
So as of February this year, they're at 130 million subscribers. But now here's the kicker. But this is the kicker. They have 130 million subscribers, but they don't project profitability until 2023. So they are still running out of loss with this service with 130 million subscribers.
And they need 230 to 260 million subscribers to get to that profitability.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All of these services, this is what's weird. All of these services, most of them are still running out of loss. You know what I'm saying? But they're so big on, this is going to work. And I'm like, who's actually making it work, though? After so many years, I think Netflix just might have hit or is about to hit. Or they go on and off. This is weird. And Netflix raised the price recently.
$20.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This is pretty weird, you know what I'm saying? So the
consequences
just became profitable or something like that.
Netflix,
you know what I mean?
I think they just became profitable, maybe.
Something like that, yeah. Or within the vicinity. I don't know. I felt like I've heard contradictory information on that, but they're either just now profitable or just about to be profitable.
And they're at 180. They're at 180, almost 200 million.
Over 200.
I think Netflix got 220 or something like that.
220 million subscribers, and now they just hit profitability. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking insane.
Out of fairness, though, they're investing way more than anybody else.
Oh yeah.
By far, way more than Gamepass. With invest into games. So it's just the way the nature of the business works. But
But here's the thing: Netflix, after so many years, they finally reached over 200 million. But Netflix is much more accessible and much more ease of use compared to gaming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
I know Microsoft is trying to push cloud streaming. Same thing with Sony PS Now. But that is much more intensive as compared to just playing a game. I mean, just watching a TV show. You don't get latency, buffering, or any of that shit, right? You don't get none of that weird shit, right? It's in much more devices. You don't need a controller. You don't need a control scheme. All you need to do is just watch it and have a headpiece on or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So movies and music, hell, take Spotify. Spotify has 500 million free subscribers. Out of the 500 million, 250 or 2 something is paid. But music hasn't technically even reached 1 billion subscribers. Spotify hasn't even reached 1 billion. And I'm like, Microsoft wants to reach 1 billion gamers when Spotify hasn't done it yet. And Spotify is probably the easiest app to have. It's on consoles, it's on PC, it's on phones, it's on watches, it's on cars.
Phones. That's the main thing. It's on phones.
It's on everything. And you still can't get 1 billion Spotify guys on that stuff. You see what I'm saying? And gaming's a bit more intensive.
Think about this. From what I understand, the overall worldwide cable type of subscriptions is way more than there are Netflix users. It's 1 billion or plus, people worldwide that pay for cable or satellite. Yeah. And that's the old system.
And it took
that actually competes with Netflix.
Decades. But it took decades for that to happen. And I'm assuming they probably combined satellite and cable, fiber subscriptions, internet, all that, right? Now here's the thing. So the question
Absolutely.
is, why did Microsoft go this route then? Right? Why are they so hard to take a risk? This is my opinion for two reasons. Number one, the CEO. I don't know if any of y'all in college or work, you can't buy Microsoft Office no more.
Right.
I noticed that they don't sell that shit no more.
I know.
It's a subscription service.
Right.
That shit blew my. When I was looking online, I'm like, yo, I can't find Office in this motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck is it? My friend told me, are you stupid? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? He's like, they don't sell that shit no more. I'm like, what do you mean? You gotta subscribe to that shit. I was like, what? I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yo, that is so stupid. He's like, yeah, that shit's a subscription service. That's it.
You just blew my mind.
You didn't know that? A lot of people don't know that. Microsoft Office, you cannot, they don't sell it as a standalone package no more. It's done. That shit is done. It is a subscription-based program. That shit is crazy.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? So Satya is big on cloud. He's big on cloud services. He's big on that stuff, right? So one, you got the CEO. That's number one. Number two, what you would call it? Phil Spencer, he inherited a disaster. It is what it is. Don Matrick left him a disaster, right? So when Satya said, hey, Phil, I need you to come up in my office because I'm really not feeling why we need to be involved in gaming. Come explain to me. Pitch me a thing on why we should keep this going. Phil knew I can't simply come with the same strategy that we're losing in. Phil says I gotta think about something and something this dude likes. Something that's about him. And Phil pitched the whole streaming thing, the whole cloud, Azure, all this stuff. And the CEO's all about that. He's loving the way it sounds. Cause homeboy's all about cloud services. He's all about that. He loves his Azure division. That's his favorite division. Out of all the divisions, that's his baby. He loves that motherfucker. And he wants everything through that sucker. Everything, right? So, because that's what he wants, Phil gets the backing he needs. So while, Xbox is losing money, it's still in line with what Satya wants. He wants cloud services, cloud streaming, and all that stuff, and subscription services. Hey, that's what you want. I got you. And they're cool with the losses. But the question is, how long can a gaming company last like that? Now, I understand this is Microsoft. They got $2 trillion. But at some point, the board member's going to be like, motherfucker, it's been 15 goddamn years.
The managing is so difficult to even talk about because, like, just look at how they're handling their favorite, their mainstay. You know what I'm saying? Halo is not even canon on Paramount Plus. What the fuck is going on?
Well, the
motherfucker took off his helmet day one.
Complicated to do that.
everybody like all nervous. Like, this motherfucker really took off his helmet. Like, yo.
I thought he was gonna be Mysterio or some shit.
I'm like, they already ruined this shit. They're like, this motherfucker, like, yo, this motherfucker already took off his helmet. Like, what the fuck?
What was you gonna say about it?
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So the show, I mean, it just simply can't be the game. So
you said simply can't be the game?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're dealing with two different mediums. You have to optimize for one medium or the other. Like, it's an impossible task to translate, especially like what people felt sort of around Halo 1, Halo 2, maybe even Halo 3 when it was at its prime. To translate that into a linear television, because you're just not being able to interact. You know what I mean? You have less of an emotional connection.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But goddamn, the Mandalorian kept his helmet on for 2 seasons. It wasn't until the last episode in season 2 that he took it off, and it worked. Ain't nobody want to see Master Chief's face. Ain't nobody want to see that.
Which want to see him shoot shit?
Yeah.
Finishing this fight.
That's all we wanted to hear. You know, like Master Chief's the most emotionless dude ever created. You know, Master Chief, da. You got a gun. Like, what? Like, yo, there's a whole armada here.
You only got one bullet. It's enough.
That's enough. Like, yeah, but the clip's empty. It's enough. What the fuck? You can go around and bust these motherfuckers? Like, fucking wrong with you?
Start punching motherfuckers to death. Like, that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they should have had. They should have had Kevin Hart be his partner. You know, shit like that. That should be like, hey, yo, chief, the chief, they got a whole army on there. You got a gun? Yeah, but I forgot the bullets. That's enough.
Right.
And he would have been like,
he uses Kevin Hart as a bullet.
That's enough. That's enough. What do you mean that's enough, Chief? Chief, I'm confused. No, Chief, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. But anyway. All right. So where are we going at this? Okay. So obviously, you know. Oh yeah, all day since you're back. So
yeah.
Jim Ryan. You know what I'm saying? We believe in generations, right? My man said, man, if I put games day and date, we would suffer. Do you believe him? Or do you think he's preaching some truth this time? Do you think my man's preaching some truth?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of tough because people have already been like conditioned to how Game Pass works, right? Mm-hmm. So I think if PlayStation did it, motherfuckers would just be like, oh, you know, they would probably just hop on board and just turn the other cheek. I think most people would. I mean, I wouldn't because I don't want that from PlayStation.
Did you think? But let's say if Sony did that, right? But obviously they can't absorb losses because Sony's not a $2 trillion company, right? And their games actually sell 20. I mean, when was the last time Microsoft sold a game that sold 20 million? Right? Halo 5, I don't think even sold 10 million. Gears sold around 4. Like, all their franchises started trending downward, right? I know some people are going to mention Minecraft, but Microsoft already bought that game when it was a success. It was already on PlayStation. It was already on Nintendo. That game was already over 20 million. They bought success from the get-go. But their own curated titles, none of those games have reached 20 million. Forza, none of the Forzas individually ever reached, I don't think he even sold over 10 million. But definitely not 20. None of the Halos ever sold 20 million. The highest selling one was Halo 3 at 13 million. Gears, I think at its peak was Gears 3 at 9 million or something like that. Yeah. They never made a game that, you know, like Nintendo, Sony's doing. But we use Sony in particular. Yo, even God of War went from 5 million, which was God of War 3, to 20 million. Guerrilla out the gate with their new IP ends up selling 20 million. Spider-Man ends up selling 20 million. Miles Morales.
It would suffer.
Yeah. So all these big games, Phil never had that. You understand what I'm saying? So like all these games selling 20 million, and now you're gonna say, hey, we're just gonna put day one on a subscription service that didn't get a price increase. I don't see that shit sustainable, right? At that point, Sony's gonna have to be like, we have to cut the budget. We gotta cut the budget. And guess what? I don't want the budget cut. From that. Yeah. Don't be cutting no budgets. We got enough budget games. I don't want more.
No, you're right. But then it'll suffer from the Game Pass disease.
We got Crossfire bullshit.
Hey, how is that game doing, by the way?
I don't know. I ain't fucking wasting my time.
Terribly.
That's like me warning you with Killzone. There's just some shit you just.
He's all day saying, man, you better get that fucking hamburger.
You better get that Big Mac dog. You better get that Five Guys.
I hit a Point Rock like 20 minutes later, like, hey, bro, this game fucking sucks.
He's like, I should have bought the Big Mac.
Yeah, bro, I'd be more satisfied. Like, really. It just feels like nothing. Just empty, just soulless.
When you told me, I should have bought the Big Mac. I mean, like I told you, dog.
But I think Game Pass, I think PlayStation would suffer. Yeah, they would. They would. I think they take in quality as well. So
yeah, man, we gotta have that quality, man. We got to have that quality. We gotta have that greatness.
Let's put it this way. I mean, there's no point right now for PlayStation to do it. I mean,
that's true.
Like if they're doing so successfully. It's not like Game Pass is going to be hitting 100 million subscribers anytime soon. I mean, maybe the Activision thing will change it with Call of Duty, but even then, it's still going to take a number of years before it gets to that. So PlayStation just doesn't need to do it now. And let me also say this, too. With the new PlayStation Plus model that they're introducing, I mean, they're getting as close as they need to get before, they would do day-to-day. I'm sure at some point down the road, years and years from now, it'll come.
It'll be like a 3-month cycle or a 6-month cycle, something like that.
Yeah, but at least for now, like, they're getting as close as they possibly can without actually doing it. And there's no need for them to do it. They want profit, and honestly that profit's going to help them if they ever have to go day and date, be able to get that money saved up for when they do have to get in investment mode.
Now
I think the reason why they don't do it too is because what works for them works for them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to mess that up.
That's a good point, right? so Microsoft does this Game Pass thing. Who the hell said everyone has to do it?
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Like the Microsoft, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Be
Twitter
nice.
says that.
Hashtag be nice. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
say this. If Sony does get to the point where they just can no longer manufacture a console because it's just the market has changed too much, technology is just so good with streaming that why even bother with a console? I mean, Sony's going to have a more successful gaming service because they've been in the gaming industry longer than Microsoft as far as a company.
Yeah, it's trusted. Yeah.
They're going to bulldoze them. I'm sorry, you know?
You know.
Yeah, that's real.
But I don't see, at least for who knows how long, a world without a native device. Because I don't see streaming like all right, so every time a new console comes out, right, we expect a jump. Something that separates the previous gen graphically, technology wise, immersion. Like you gotta add something. It can't just be back to back, you know, something, right? I don't see the internet, the networks, the backend networks ever being that fast where you can actually push ahead. I'll always see streaming as lagging behind native hardware. You understand what I'm saying? Like right now,
So,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I don't see the next big tech, you know, coming out of the internet. I see it coming from hardware again, whether it's 8K, full-blown ray tracing at 120 frames, all that shit. I don't see streaming doing that. I always see streaming lagging behind native hardware. Simply because of the back-end networks. You know, not every internet service provider is as reliable or provide the speeds necessary. There's always something. You know what I'm saying? But native hardware, it doesn't matter who you are. Native hardware is native hardware. You know, the only exception might be if it relies on a certain TV. You know, you need HDMI 5.5 compliant, you know, port or whatever. That's about it. But for the most part, once you have the hardware, there's no other factor really interfering with it. You know, it's the hardware that's producing the power, the graphics. It's the controller that's giving you the immersion, all that stuff. Streaming,
Okay.
it's so many layers to it's your router, your own router will impact it. The ISP, the region, how close you are to the back end servers. There's so much shit that could impact, you know, how far gaming can go. And I don't think it will ever be on par with native hardware technology.
At least in our lifetime.
At least in our lifetime, probably, yeah.
Well, I'll say this. So, I mean, Sony has for their Bravia TVs some type of service that allows you to get that Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray quality bit rate. That's, you know, far better than kind of what Netflix gives you. I guess if you had a true Blu-ray, you know, disc in a player, you would probably just get that performance a little bit more consistently. But overall, it's virtually 1-to-1 from what I understand from the, you know, as far as how good that picture quality looks on their, you know, premium service. So my thing is, I really do think in our lifetime we're going to see streaming be able just to be so good that, you know, you just won't need a console. Even Microsoft, I think they just came out today with, or not today, but just within this past week, something about somebody from Valve, Kim Swift, if I'm remembering her name right, is leading a new cloud division in Microsoft for like cloud native games. That's basically what Stadia was kind of working on until they canceled, you know, or like shut down their studios that were working on that. But I really do see a time when, you know, gaming in the cloud is just going to offer more advanced features than what you get from local hardware. I mean, I think that's unfortunate in some ways because I just love having, you know, new consoles. I think it's just more special. But then again, I mean, I think Sony will be in the hardware game as long as they possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And
So that's what Sony does. Is they're mostly known for their hardware.
Yeah. All right. So here's a question. CB3, he has a question for all of us. See if we can answer it. His question is, question for the panel. How would y'all feel if Disney bought Sony or did a partnership with them? Sony would have access to a huge checkbook and IPs. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
think it would affect me too much. Like if something changed, then I would have to go from there. But just that type of acquisition, I don't think it would affect me that much unless there was changes that are felt within the games that they provide.
I would personally, I would be hesitant if Disney bought Sony because at that point, Disney doesn't have a gaming DNA. So Sony and PlayStation really, they internally, they built a gaming DNA, right? That's their number one division now, right? and they built this DNA. I look at Disney like cool, they have the IPs, but they're not really a gaming company. That's why they didn't create. They got Marvel Game Studios, but they don't really make games themselves. Those are the people that just do the contracts.
Like, remember back in the 90s?
Disney would want to change them? You think Disney would want Sony to change their DNA just because they got acquired?
I'll put it this way. I don't think it would be the same relationship like the way Sony treats Bungie. You know how Sony got Bungie, but they like, hey, Bungie, you still do you. We got, you like fall under us.
Diplomatic.
It was diplomatic, right? But I think it's because Sony understands gaming. I don't think Disney's like that. I think if they acquire Sony, they're going to be like, all right, we doing all this shit different. Everything.
See, the thing is, too, you got to remember, like, back in the 90s, remember, Disney tossed all this shit to Capcom. So, and they did an amazing job with those titles. Aladdin. Yeah. You know
I could do partnership, yes. Like if Sony,
partnership,
yeah. If Disney did an all-out partnership.
That was Virgin.
Yeah, that was Virgin, but they did DuckTales, didn't they?
DuckTales. Man, there was mad Disney games back then.
I don't know if they did crazy. The OG one from NES, but they did the
Lion King
remake.
Lion King? Oh man, a lot of people. I remember seeing
that wasn't Capcom either. But
who was that streamer? What was her name? She played the Lion King, and she thought that. I forgot her name, but she thought there was a save spot, so she died. And it said game over, and she's like, game over. What do you mean game over? She never played a game like that before. She's like, game over.
OG road like.
I forgot her name. She's like, game over. She's like, what do you mean game over? She's confused. Baby girl. And then in the beginning, and it starts. And she realized she had to start the whole game over. And she's like, hell no. She's like, I'm not doing this over. I'm like, welcome to our world, bro. Yeah. Them shits were quarter eaters back in the days in arcade machines, bro. Yo. But I could maybe understand if Disney decided to be like, you know what, we're gonna stop fucking around. We're just gonna go work with greatness, and they have a partnership. So that means Marvel, Star Wars, Disney IPs all goes to Sony, and Sony's responsible to just make these catalogs. I don't think Sony will be able to do it because that's just overwhelming. That's just a lot of shit to handle.
Yeah, they would have to acquire a lot more studios.
They would need a lot more studios to fucking handle that. I could maybe understand that.
Yeah.
So. I could actually see something like this happening. I would also say, like, at least as far as, the older Disney, I could see maybe Disney Nintendo matching more. But then again, I think obviously Disney's relationship with PlayStation is now much more about, Spider-Man. It's about Wolverine. And I don't know, maybe at some point they'll do a Star Wars game, something like that. But yeah, as far as kind of photorealism, then obviously PlayStation would be the ideal candidates for today's environment if they were to go get somebody as big as that. And honestly, too, with the metaverse stuff, I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe that will be something they consider, to have an advantage in the metaverse with all the great IP, and then, add the gaming talent and IP that Sony has. I mean, that could be a huge win. But I hope for now that Sony just continues to, quote unquote, organically grow themselves and acquire studios that they control as opposed to selling themselves to Disney or another company.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think did everybody get a chance to answer that question?
Yeah, I think we got it.
All right. Okay. So you know what? I think that's it. Unless somebody wants to talk about something. Oh, hey, let's talk about GTA. What, all day? What's up with your boy? GTA 5 subscription. What's up with him?
Well,
what's up with your boy? GTA 5 trying to have a subscription.
Well, I mean, look, he's trying to get in that water. He had a little sip of that Azeroth coffee. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get in that World of Warcraft type of feel. You know what I mean?
What is going on here? Rockstar, oh my God. Fucking Harvey Dent warned us, bro. We should have listened to him, man. We should have listened. Harvey Dent told us either you die a hero or you will live long enough to be the villain, bro. He warned us. Rockstar. What happened to you, bro? You were the dudes that brought the Warriors, Bully, like 3 Grand Theft Autos in one generation.
Max Payne 3.
Max Payne. Manhunt. Oh, my God.
Midnight Club.
LA Noire. What? Who are you? Yo, Rockstar's on some shit, bro.
Yeah, it's disturbing to see, man.
Yo, this is crazy. These dudes literally decided to be like, yo, we're gonna give you GTA Online.
Dude, could you imagine a
can
sequel to LA
subscriber.
Noire?
Oh
Day?
my god, bro. That's I don't know, man.
But you know what's even more messed up? There's going to be some people who actually subscribe to that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do that shit. That's all they play. That's all they play. Yo, the game came out in 2013, and this shit still keeps going, bro. This game came out in 2013.
This shit went through 3 generations.
And they add in shit like it's brand new. Oh, these dudes is wild. We're never gonna see Grand Theft Auto 6. We're not gonna see that game. I don't see how. You think they're gonna make a Grand Theft Auto 6 now? I don't think they're gonna make it.
Trust me, it's on its way.
It's in development.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Absolutely.
Because think about it, man. This thing don't die. Like GTA 5's not dying. They're making money hand over foot, and now they're gonna make even more money hand over foot. Why would they release a GTA 6?
You know what I think GTA 6 is going to be? I think it's going to be all online. Like it's going to have a little campaign or whatever, single player, but it's going to be with your online character.
Oh,
that's what I'm guessing.
JFK, don't do this to me. Man.
No, I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be.
Oh, this shit.
But
oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I mean, when it happens, just say, "Fuck you for being right," but I'll accept that.
No, my kidneys. Oh, it hurts. Oh my god, this is painful, man. Rockstar, what did you do, man?
When that launches, they're gonna want that to be the biggest thing like ever in terms of sales day one, and the week sales, month sales, like that. They're gonna wait until the internet's gonna literally explode.
They're gonna wait till 2026. Oh my god. Oh shit, this is crazy, man. Rockstar's on some. First they give us that.
And then, okay, so you'll get at the end of the generation, and then a year later, got to buy it for the next gen console too.
Oh my god, the remaster.
Then a year later, now it's on PC.
Oh my god, these dudes is wildin', bro. Oh man, this is crazy, man. Oh man, but anyway, I just wanted to bring that up, man. I wanted to blame all day for that one.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, we out of here. Yo, all day, man. You still doing your thing on Scumcast? Man, he's always muting himself. He's out there eating his cheeseburger. All right, JFK.
You like Batman? Just disappear out of nowhere.
Like I turn around, and be like, yo, all day you.
No, I'm here, Batman.
He Batman come. He come out. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I'm here. What's up,
all
man?
right,
No,
so
I have to take the baby upstairs. What's
the next Scumcast?
Saturday.
What time?
Saturday at 6.
6 Eastern.
6 Central. 6 Central.
Central again. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all can catch me there again for the more shenanigans on this. These tiring topics, man.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Look, but she was doing a live stream earlier about Elden Ring, so if y'all could check that out, that was pretty dope.
Oh yeah, the spoiler cast.
Yeah.
She's doing that thing, man. She loves her Souls games. I'll tell you that.
Are you playing through it?
No, I'm playing. I'm still fucking with my bitch, Baloy.
Baloy. You know what I'm saying? I like that. And you better coin that shit.
That's it.
I don't think I heard that before either. You
I haven't. That's fire.
I'm with my side piece, Baloy. All right,
Baloy.
Keep my side piece name out your fucking mouth. Okay.
After he said that,
I will.
He was shaking.
I will.
You get it? I will.
Oh shit! All right, brother. All right, JFK. Glad you came through. Now you're welcome anytime. Just hop in whenever you feel like it.
Appreciate the hospitality, my guy.
No doubt, man. Welcome aboard. Hey, Project Cloud. It was always a pleasure, kind sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on. It was a great discussion today.
And make sure you guys download Fortnite. It's cracking.
Oh shit, it's too cool.
No building.
Yo, my daughter was just playing that.
Stop
I think
it.
yesterday. It's
Bro,
crazy.
it's fun. It's
There's
fun.
no
bro.
Fortnite
Fortnite's
at all.
not fun. Stop lying.
No building. No building, bro.
What do you mean no building? What do you mean?
Yeah, look. Look at him. He turned around quick. No building.
He's like, what do you mean no building?
Yeah, motherfucker. No building.
They got rid of it?
Yeah. Well, it's its own game mode now. Yeah.
Oh, so they
At
have
first-
a game mode where you don't
first
have
it
to
was-
build shit?
So listen.
Because that's what
at
turned me
first-
off. Day one.
Yeah. So at first they did it for a week. It was like a little story mode event, a little event that was going on. But of course the reception was great,
They
right?
got popping.
So it got popular. So now, starting I think today or yesterday, you can play there's a separate game mode with no building. So yeah.
Because that building is bullshit. I played it once. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you, dude. And dude said, I'm like, and I'm looking at the top. I'm like, yo, what's that little thing in the top? And he had a sniper rifle. Pow! I'm like, I'm not playing this shit.
By a bush.
Like, yo, this dude, we out here landscaping. The fuck? Like, yo, get out of here. I'm not playing this shit. Like, get out of here.
And they added like vaulting. They changed the sprint mechanic. It's a very fluid, very enjoyable gaming experience, multiplayer experience for sure. I would check it out.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna re-download it. How big is the file though? Is that shit like?
I think it's 60 something.
Yeah, I think it's like 65.
It's not like Warzone. That's just like yo.
Nah. And it's 120 frames if you choose, or 4K 60. So
Wait, you said under 20 frames?
no, I said it's 120 frames. You can have the option, or you can do it at 60. Nah, bro. Hey, listen.
I thought you said
you
it's
can
under
have
20
slideshow
frames.
if
I'm
you
like,
want.
is that the new? Like we playing shit under 20 frames?
Hey, nah, that's that new strobe light update.
That's gonna get the strobe light honeys.
Oh man.
Oh shit! I'm gonna download it because I wasn't with that Bob the Builder bullshit. I was
I know,
like,
man.
that dude, and he did it fast. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's on a keyboard. I'm like, and I just stopped chilling. I'm just standing like, yo, is there 3 full bathrooms in this bitch? Like, yo,
Right.
what is he doing?
Right.
And he just kept going. And I'm like this. I'm like, yo, this shit keeps going. Like, yo,
Hey, Porter,
how you have this much material?
Right? Hey, Porter, remember we was playing PUBG? We was on that bathroom. Remember that shit?
Man, yo, that was Jacob the stupidest idea ever, bro. I'm like, yo, this ain't a good idea. He goes, no, we got it. Once they open the door, I'm like, yo, we like mad tight.
Nuts, bro.
One grenade, and that's it. And Jacob's like, nah, we got this. I'm like, all right.
And I told him,
I'm like, don't listen to me. What the fuck do I know about grenades? So
I was like, wait, listen. We got a whole Marine right here in real life telling us what to do.
Listen.
I got this.
We got this. Yo, Jacob.
And we all died.
We all four of us. He says, I got a plan. Let's all get in the bathroom, close the door. That's J-Dub's plan. I'm like, what? All 4 of us and just aim at the door. Now, mind you, we are all like this. I'm like, J-Dub, you do realize all they gotta do is throw 1 grenade, and that's it. They win. He's like, nah. They gotta open the door first. I'm like, yo, we're so close to the door, they ain't even gotta do that. They just gotta throw the grenade at the door. Yo, that shit was wild, bro. That shit was funny.
Good times, bro. That was PUBG for
Yo,
you, man.
all day was like, yo, Jada, you know we got a whole Marine up in here.
Right.
The motherfucker's telling us like, yo, 1 grenade. He's like, nah, that's not how this game works. I'm like, what? I'm like, I guess.
All you gotta do is walk past that window, but
My man said, yeah, that's another thing. It's not like the room was like closed. There's like a window behind us too. I'm like, yo, Jada, there's also a window behind us. Like if they could see us.
Hey, they be like, shh, hey, nigga, come here. They right here, look.
He's like,
look.
these dumbass motherfuckers. I'm like, man,
Light their asses up.
like, yo, this shit is funny, bro. But anyway, yo, thank you for rocking out with us. This is your boy PorterRock77, your only friend in these YouTube streets, and we out of here. Hey, on your way out, I want y'all to hit the like button and enjoy this outro. Yo, this, I love this. Yes, I'm gonna get copyrighted. I don't give a fuck. All right, we out of here. This shit. Yeah, we gotta do something. This shit's gonna get flagged. Yo, we out of here. You guys take care. Peace.
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 Y'all seen